This is a spreadsheet that's about to open. All right, the username is, can I type the username? I mean, I'll tell you all my pass. No. Okay. Z, C-H-A-S-E. Oh, wait, you got rid of the Z. Isn't this fun? 2460. Please don't go in and mess my attendance up. All right, fantastic. Thank you very much. All right, so this is a spreadsheet, and we talked about spreadsheets earlier and kind of moving away from spreadsheets, but this is, okay, it's freaky. This is my class, and this is what they're working on right now. It's in fact what they were working on earlier today. During their welcome keynote, I was on my laptop because I was incredibly rude and because my class was meeting. And so I logged into IM to ask if there were any questions about the work that I left behind. My students have choice right now in the kind of writing they're doing in the fourth quarter. And they can do fiction or nonfiction, or they have to do a fiction work and they have to do a nonfiction work, and then they have to choose another kind. And it's type of writing, right? And it's based on choice. So again, that product is going to look incredibly different. And so right here, they had to come up with what they wanted to write about. So maybe I chose a short story, a science fiction short story. And so then, as a student, my job is to look up science fiction writing and science fiction short stories. And I need to then do the research, right? And those questions are the questions that students are asking, not me turning to you and saying, all right, John, I know that's his name. All right, John, what do you know about science fiction writing, right? And then, oh, I don't know, Mr. Chase, but it seems important to you. I'll go look. So instead, the students say, all right, this is the kind of writing I want to do, which is fantastic because I can't teach all of the kinds of writing in the world, though the Common Core standards say that I am. So then each student has been assigned 2 peer editors and me. And so as they create this, they create it in Google Docs, and they share it with their 2 editors in the classroom. And the 2 editors in the classroom look at their research and they say, all right, I'm learning a lot about science fiction. That's the sneaky part, me as a teacher, because if they said they wanted to write an op-ed piece, now they also have to learn about science fiction writing. Don't tell them. So then they look at this person's research, and they say, yes, this is good, or this is bad, or I need more information here, and they push their peers' thinking further. And I'm still there because I'm still the teacher, not the facilitator. I am the teacher in the classroom, and I own that with everything that comes along with it. I do facilitate, but I also teach. And so you see, they've signed off here, I've signed off here, they've signed off here, they've signed off here. I've said, no, you need to do a little bit more work. And they go through, and there's a first, second, and third draft. And at the bottom, there are 3 different pages for the different pieces of writing they're going to do. I'm monitoring. This is good data, right? This is good data because I can say, wow, you've been peer-reviewed. Wow, you've done this inquiry. Wow, you've done this research. You've done all these other pieces. Will you take me back to the presentation, please? No? Can I go back to the presentation? Can you go back to the Thank you. Awesome. All right. So Chris lamented the lack of beanbags in kindergarten. This is my classroom. There are beanbag chairs in there. I am not a hippie. So these students are all working on individual projects, and you would say to yourself right now, you've lost the community feeling. I'm a digital native. You could probably say, no, you're not, you're too old. I don't care. I consider myself that because I don't know what it means. So I'm a digital native, and so are they, I guess. They might not think so. They're talking to each other online, and they're having real conversations, and they're asking questions while they do research. That's conversation. That's community. It looks different than you maybe think it should, but that's what they're doing. In the booth. Can I go to that link now? Ooh, what's happening? Okay, fantastic. I'm not logged in. Bugger. All right. No, I am, but I'm logged in at SLA. I'm not logged in as my personal account. I'm not giving you that password. A couple of days ago, my students were doing a quiz, and it had 4 questions, and they came in, and on the board was the phone number that you used earlier and the 4 questions. And I said, take out your cell phones. And they said, okay. And I said, text your name and the answer to those 4 questions to that number. And they said, okay. And that's how they took their quiz. And they said, Mr. Chase, I don't have a cell phone, or I don't want to spend money on a quiz. And I said, that's fantastic. We gave you laptops. You've got instant messenger. I said, and you may or may not know this, you can text message from instant messenger to a cell phone. And so they typed in the cell phone number, and they took the quiz that way. And they said, Mr. Chase, where will I see my grades? And there was this beat like, are you being serious? I said, I'm probably going to reply to what you send me via text. And I did. And so the other thing that allowed me to do is give really specific feedback. Because Google Voice, which gives you all a free phone number if you did not know this, allows me to text back to them. So I gave them feedback on each of the questions that they were asked. And I sent them their scores, and it went directly to their phones. And then, which was really cool, some of them replied back to me and said, well, what do you mean about this? And so I had a conversation in that space with them because it was the tool that was fitting for them. And class continued wherever it needed to continue. All right, will you take me back to the presentation, please? All right.
Hey,
Joe, what are you doing there?
It's a video.
Oh, no. Huh? Yeah, can we go to, I'm going to ask you for more help. Can we go to Chrome, please? Oh. And can we go to just to Google? And type in Joe's non-netbook. And either one of those is fine.
Hey,
Joe, what are you doing there?
It's a video. That's a picture. I don't know.
What's going on?
Well, this is this is like a foreign tool.
Okay. What was it? You said you were having a problem earlier?
Oh, yeah. Wait, where's the, yeah. So, I want to read more about Frederick Douglass, or maybe like see a larger image. So I double-clicked on the picture, but nothing's happening.
Oh.
And then I can't really read the text because it's kind of small. So I'm looking for the system preferences so I can make the text bigger, but can't find anything.
Laura, you said there was a problem involved?
You can't double-click the image because it's not blue highlighted.
Oh.
And the words you don't know, they're not blue highlighted, so you can't.
Well, wait, cotton is king. That's blue.
Yeah, it might be.
What are you doing there? What? It's what?
It might be a link, Joe. Click on it.
Nothing's happening.
What's wrong, Joe?
I don't know. There's so many like.
Joe, drag that picture. You could save it. That could be useful.
I don't even have a folder anywhere to put it in. Like if I drag it, it would just be like right here.
Like, how are you doing that? You're like changing the pages.
I know. It's like,
Are you just clicking through? What's going on?
it's like micro technology. No, I'm just turning like page.
Okay.
But it's like micro technology, so like everything is inside the page.
Inside the page?
Wait,
That's insane.
All right.
Well, I hope you. We'll check back later to see if you fixed your problem. Let's travel. So it's expected, but it's also everywhere. And this is an important piece. This is, we have a permission slip that our parents sign at the beginning of the year saying that field trips are kind of blanket approved if they're within the school district of Philadelphia. And so this means that on really beautiful days, I can take my students outside. And so we went down to the Schuylkill riverbanks with my students, and this is them using paper and pencil and peer editing some pieces of writing that they were doing last quarter. And it was pretty amazing to be able to travel from person to person and watch students learning in an outside kind of way. And so I think that's the most important component, is that collaboration and that learning. When I say that it can take place anywhere, we oftentimes tie that to something with a battery, right? Well, if you've got your smartphone, you can learn anywhere. I'm a teacher, and then before I had a smartphone, I was learning everywhere. And so if we say that you have to have a battery to create spaces for students to learn everywhere or teachers to learn everywhere, then we're thinking too small. because an IKEA table changed the way my classroom works. And carpet changed the way my classroom works. And beanbag chairs changed the way my classroom works. So it's those spaces, if all we figure out is learning everywhere is the goal, then we're going to be able to do some really amazing things. Thank you.